You know, when it comes to real estate, what really separates a totally standard run-of-the-mill transaction from a truly exceptional one, it's about so much more than just the price on a piece of paper. So today, let's dive in and really look at what that professionalism means, straight from the people who've lived it.
Think about it. Buying or selling your home, it's a huge financial milestone, right? It should be this incredibly exciting time, but let's be honest, it can also get super stressful really fast. There are just so many moving parts, and the stakes, they couldn't be higher.
And that, right there, is the key. The entire experience, whether it's exciting or overwhelming, so often hinges on one single person. The right agent doesn't just get the deal done. They completely transform the journey from chaos to clarity. They're the difference maker.
So what's the first big role a great realtor plays? Well, they're your guide. Especially if you're new to this, they're that calm, steady hand you need to navigate everything. Just listen to this from David and Lisa. They talk about patience and being available, which is great. But that last part, even ones we didn't know to ask, wow, that's the secret sauce, isn't it? That's not just reacting to questions. That's proactively guiding someone because you've seen it all before. And really, if you break it down, these are the pillars of what it means to feel supported. It's not just about getting a call back. It's that unwavering patience, that constant access, and that proactive advice that makes you feel like someone truly has your back. Michael's experience really drives this home. As a first-timer, feeling informed was everything to him. And in a process that can feel like a total whirlwind, having someone who is just there for you every single step of the way, that can make all the difference. It turns a scary process into a manageable one. Okay, but being a patient guide, that's just the start. A top-tier professional is also your fierce advocate. This is where they go from just supporting you to actively fighting for you, for your money, your terms, and your best possible future. All right, check this out. This slide tells a story all on its own. On the left, you've got the plan from a previous agent. You know, listed a bit lower, standard deal. Kind of playing it safe. But then, look at the right. After a switch, the property sells for more than the other agent even wanted to list it for. All cash, fast close, and a new price record for the whole complex. That's what advocacy looks like in black and white. And the clients, Catherine and Sean, they just nail it with that quote, "No fear in pushing the envelope." That's it. A true advocate isn't afraid to aim higher for you. They have the skill and the confidence to fight for what's possible, not just what's easy. So, let's be perfectly clear on this. The goal should never be to just get the deal across the finish line. A real pro redefines the finish line itself, making sure you walk away with the absolute best outcome imaginable. Now, this kind of guidance and advocacy, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's built on a foundation of serious expertise. We're talking about someone who isn't just a good agent, but a true master of their craft, honed over decades. I mean, listen to this. This isn't from a client who just closed last week. This is from an industry veteran of 40 years who has known this agent for almost his entire career. When a seasoned pro in your own field says you embody professionalism, that's a whole other level of respect. That speaks volumes. In that same testimonial, he mentions a phrase you absolutely need to know: fiduciary duty. This isn't just industry jargon. It's a legal and ethical promise. It means your agent is obligated to act only in your best interest. Your needs come before their paycheck, before the other agent, before everything. It is the absolute bedrock of a trustworthy relationship. And here is what that mastery and fiduciary duty look like when the rubber meets the road. In one of the hottest markets in the country, Ryan's agent helped him beat out more than a dozen other offers. And not only that, they got the property for below market value. That's not luck. That is pure, unadulterated skill and strategy. So when you put all these pieces together, the patient guide, the fierce advocate, and the master of the craft, what do you end up with? You get a real, tangible, client-first promise, a commitment to finding a way forward no matter what challenge gets thrown at you. You ever see those for sale by owner signs? A lot of people try it, thinking they'll save some money. But man, it can get overwhelming fast. So what do you do when you're totally stuck and at your wit's end? Beth was right there, at her wit's end. And I love her description. Her agent sprang into action and was a total magician. That's what it feels like when an expert steps into a stalled, frustrating situation and just makes it work. It feels like magic. Okay, let's up the ante. How about this scenario? You need to buy a home from 1,000 miles away without ever stepping inside of it yourself. Talk about a leap of faith.
The level of trust there has to be off the charts.
Avi's story is just incredible. He's in Manhattan, it's the middle of the pandemic, and he's buying a 7-figure home in Austin, completely sight unseen. Think about that. He said the trust was immense, but that his agent made it feel easy. That's maybe the ultimate proof of a client-first promise, earning the trust to be someone's eyes, ears, and advocate in a multi-million-dollar decision from across the country.
And that really gets to the heart of it all. Client first can't just be a slogan you see on social media. It has to be something that's proven day in and day out through action. It's that powerful mix of patience, fierce advocacy, and deep, deep expertise, all pointed at one thing: your success no matter what.
The stories we've heard today, they really show what true professionalism is all about. It's not about being the loudest voice on Instagram. It's about the quiet, consistent principles of expert service, masterful negotiation, and a deep, unwavering commitment to the people you serve.
So we'll leave you with this to think about. When you're making one of the biggest financial moves of your entire life, what's your top priority going to be in the professional you choose to guide you? Because as we've seen, that choice can make all the difference in the world. Thanks for tuning in.